Dre all day.
Dre Baldwin, Ball Overseas, the Overseas Basketball Blueprint. This is the second harsh reality. We're talking about professional basketball specifically, is that size matters. Now, size can matter in a lot of different places in life and a lot of different contexts, but specifically in the game of basketball, you have probably heard this. If you're an undersized player who's listening to this, you probably heard this many times already. Maybe you're watching this because you're wondering what I'm going to say about it. Maybe you're looking for answers. You're trying to figure out maybe some solutions. How can you deal with the fact that you may be what they will be considered as a quote-unquote undersized basketball player? Let's just say 6 feet is the cutoff point. Let's just call it 6 feet and shorter is the cutoff for being an undersized player. If your height starts with the number 5, then you're undersized. Your height starts with 6 or 7, then you're normal size. Nobody's really going to make a big deal out of your size at all in basketball, at least not in a detrimental type of way. All right, the basket in basketball, we all know, is 10 feet high. All right, so basketball is a tall man's or tall woman's sport. Now, for females, the size scale is a little bit different because females are generally not as tall as men. You probably know what undersized would be for you as a female player. I can't answer that. I don't know, but you probably know what that is. But when we're talking specifically male basketball players, I'm using 6 feet and under. Females, y'all can still listen to everything I'm going to say because it's not about the numbers here. You know you're undersized when you are. You need to be twice as good compared to players who are not undersized. Normal size or oversized, whatever you want to call it, you need to be twice as good. If you're an undersized player, you must be able to play the point guard or playmaker position, meaning your ball handling, your outside shooting, your ability to run an offense, your leadership ability, all need to be top notch. You need to be, if this was Madden, it'd be a 99 rating in all of those. I don't know if 2K does the same thing, 99 when you're the best of the best. 99 rating in all those. Ball handling, meaning your ability, of course, to dribble, to create space off the bounce, to take care of the ball, not turn it over, to get the ball from one point on the floor to another point on the floor with a live dribble without turning it over and getting your team into their offense. All right, that's the ball handling part. Second one, let's talk about your shooting. Making outside shots. If you are open, you need to be able to make an outside shot. All right, do not miss open jump shots. Be able to create space. That's another thing that can go ball handling and shooting. Be able to create space and actually create your own shot off the bounce if your team just needs someone to create a shot. Creating a shot for your teammate, meaning separating from your defender, drawing a help defender, and passing to a teammate who's now open, who maybe can't create their own shot the way that you do, or maybe is just not asked to do that on the team because you're going to do it. You create an open shot for them because you created space by drawing their defender. We can call that part of ball handling. Making outside shots, as I already told you. Knocking down free throws. Just being a offensive player who the defense has to respect your ability to knock down shots, which means they have to guard you all over the floor, which will allow you to use your ball handling ability and your quickness and your elusiveness to create space, draw defenders, pass to teammates, or score points on your own. So that's the shooting aspect of it. And don't miss any free throws. Third thing that I said is your leadership ability. Leadership and running the offense, the third and fourth thing. So let's talk about both of those at the same time. Running the offense, knowing what your team's offense is, getting your team into their offense, knowing where everybody is supposed to be. So when someone's in the wrong spot, you don't start running your offense until everyone goes to where they're supposed to go. If someone moves the wrong way or at the wrong time, you are the one who notices it and corrects them, even though it might not have anything to do with what just happened on that play. It's your job to know what everybody else is supposed to do. See yourself as in the point guard position, you're kind of like the quarterback on a basketball team. So you need to know what everybody else is doing. You need to be an extension of your coach. This is part of the leadership thing. Your coach needs to feel like you're them out there on the floor. They need to feel like they can trust you, that if a mistake gets made, you're the one who's going to catch it. If the team needs to be settled down and gathered because things are kind of getting out of control, the offense is getting kind of haywire, maybe the other team's going on a run and y'all need to calm down. They need to know that instead of calling a timeout and them saying something, you'll say something and steady everybody right there on the court so they don't have to burn up the timeout, getting everybody on the same page. You being a leader out there on the court, this is something that you need to do as an undersized player, and you need to be, I want you to understand what I said earlier, you need to be a 99 at all of these things. You need to be a 99 at leadership, a 99 at ball handling, a 99 at running offense, a 99 at your outside shooting, and always on point. Because as an undersized player, understand that not only are you expected to be great at all these things, but let's say you're a 5'10", and you're playing the point guard position and you're pretty good at doing these things. What about when somebody who's 6'4" comes along and they do the same things? somebody who's 6'4", and let's say you're at 88 at all these things, ball handling, shooting, leadership, running the offense, and somebody who's 6'4", they're 88 at all these things. They don't got to be 88. They could be 85 at these things, not even as good as you at them, but they got 5, 4, 6 inches of height on you. The team is probably going to take the person who's taller, simply because the taller guy is theoretically able to do more things. They can defend more positions. They could possibly bother the shot of a defender a lot easier or a lot more at their size. They could probably grab more rebounds. Maybe they could score on the inside a little bit better because they don't have to get that shot up as high over a 7-footer as you would need to. All of these things, or they don't have to extend as much or put as much air under it when they're coming from here and you're coming from down here, getting the shot off. So these are things that, I mean, maybe your team may not even go into those granular details, but this is the general reason why a team would pick a 6'5" point guard over a 5'11" point guard, simply because of the size, because the basket's 10 feet tall. The game is made for people who are tall. So any of you undersized players, it does matter. Of course it matters. So I get asked all the time about undersized players. Does it matter if I'm undersized? And or the other question is, what can I do if I am undersized to make myself better at basketball? I just told you. Ball handling, outside shooting, running the offense, and being a leader. You need to be a 99 at all of these things. If you are short on any of these, you need to get the resources to fix yourself in any of those areas. I can help you with those. As far, the only one I can't tell you how to do is running an offense, because I'm not an X and O's guy. So if you want to learn about those, there's plenty of people on YouTube is the best place to, because you can see and hear at the same time. That's the place you can go look and find the X's and O's people about running an offense. You really need to do that in real life too. You may need to find you a trainer so you can learn how to run pick and rolls and things like that. But when it comes to leadership, shooting, and ball handling, I got the programs for that. Leadership side, that'll be in the Work on Your Game material, which is at workonmygame.com. Also, Work on Your Game University. When it comes to the actual on-the-court skill stuff, that's at hoophandbook.com. It's my basketball skill training programs site that we have been running for over 10 years. We've serviced over 15,000 customers over the years. Might be more than that by this point. But those are where you get the actual on-the-court technical skill material. So that's another harsh reality about overseas basketball that you need to know, and I'm telling you what to do about it. If you do not have this book, Overseas Basketball Blueprint, 237 pages, this is the book for anyone. I came from a D3 school. I was an overlooked player. I guess you could call me an underrated player, since I ended up going pro. I had walked on in my D3. I didn't have an agent. I did not have any connects coming out of college. I went and made it happen myself, and I wrote a book about how you can do it based on all the things that I learned through the ups and the downs, the things that worked and the things that didn't work, and all the other players that I met, because they had different journeys than me, all covered in this book, 237 pages, everything you need to know to get started playing professional basketball, balloverseas.com. And listen, the book is already paid for. I'm giving you the book free. So there's no reason for you to not get this book. I'm giving you the book for free, physical book. All you got to do is cover a small shipping charge. Go to balloverseas.com. The book's paid for. You get the book, and let's get to work on your game. Dre, all